Have you ever wondered about the woman who was not only a poet, but also a key figure in India's struggle for independence? Her name was Sarojini Naidu, born in the year 1879 in the city of Hyderabad, nestled in the heart of India. Sarojini's early life was steeped in academia. Her parents, Agornath Chattopadhyay and Barada Sundari Devi, were learned scholars who fostered an environment of intellectual curiosity. This environment was the fertile ground upon which Sarojini's love for poetry was sown. As a young girl, Sarojini was captivated by the rhythm and meter of the written word. She started writing poetry at the tender age of 12, and by the time she was 15, her work had caught the attention of the Nizam of Hyderabad. Recognizing her talent, he sponsored her education in England at King's College London and later at Girton College, Cambridge. Her time in England was transformative. It was here that she honed her poetic skills and published her first collection of poems, The Golden Threshold. Her words painted vivid images of the Indian landscape and its people, capturing the spirit of a nation on the brink of a revolution. Returning to India, Sarojini found love with Govindarajulu Naidu, a physician. Their marriage in 1904 was a bold statement in itself, breaking the shackles of caste and community. Together, they had 4 children, each of whom would go on to make their own mark in the world. Yet Sarojini's journey was far from over. Her poetry continued to inspire, but it was her growing involvement in the political landscape that would soon take center stage. She was not just a poet, she was a freedom fighter, a feminist, a visionary. A woman of many talents, Sarojini Naidu was just getting started on her influential journey. From a poet to a politician, how did Sarojini Naidu make this extraordinary leap? Sarojini Naidu's transition from poetry to politics was not a random twist of fate, but a conscious choice. Her political journey began in earnest when she joined the Indian National Congress in 1904. Her participation in the Congress was not just a token gesture. She was an active participant in the fight for freedom. In the early days, Naidu's role in the Congress was primarily that of a spokesperson. She traveled extensively, both within India and abroad, to voice India's demand for independence. However, her political career took a significant turn with the advent of the Home Rule movement in 1916. The Home Rule movement was a significant political development in India's struggle for independence. Naidu, with her eloquence and charisma, played an instrumental role in this movement. She was not just a participant, but a leader, organizing events and delivering fiery speeches that inspired many to join the fight for freedom. Naidu's political journey was further cemented by her close association with Mahatma Gandhi. Their paths crossed many times, and each encounter further strengthened Naidu's resolve to fight for India's independence. She was a trusted ally of Gandhi and a valued member of his inner circle. In 1931, Naidu represented the Indian National Congress at the Round Table Conference in London. This was a critical moment in India's struggle for independence, and Naidu's presence at the conference was a testament to her growing influence in the Indian political scene. From a poet to a politician, Sarojini Naidu's journey was anything but ordinary. She was not content with just writing about freedom. She wanted to be a part of the fight for it. And she did it with the same grace and eloquence that characterized her poetry. With her words and actions, Sarojini Naidu was becoming a force to be reckoned with in the Indian political scene. What happens when a poet takes the helm of a state? This question was answered in 1947 when Sarojini Naidu assumed the role of governor of Uttar Pradesh, making history as the first woman to hold such a position in India. Naidu's political journey was as vibrant as her poetry. She took charge of Uttar Pradesh, a state of immense diversity and complexity, with the same grace she used to craft her verses. As governor, she faced the monumental task of leading the state in the wake of India's independence. A time of great upheaval and change, it would have daunted many. But Naidu, ever the Nightingale, sang her song of unity and progress, and Uttar Pradesh listened. Her tenure was marked by a focus on education, women's empowerment, and social reform. She championed the cause of the marginalized, using her position to influence policy and drive change. Through her leadership, she sought to transform Uttar Pradesh into a beacon of progress and social justice, embodying the ideals of the newly free India. Yet, amid the hustle and bustle of governance, Naidu never let her passion for poetry fade. She continued to pen her verses, weaving tales of love, nature, and freedom. Her poetry became a reflection of her political journey, mirroring the aspirations and challenges of a state in transition. Challenges, however, were not unfamiliar to Naidu. She had faced them throughout her life, as a woman, as an activist, as a poet, and as governor. She faced them with the same determination and resilience. She tackled issues head-on, not shying away from tough decisions and difficult conversations. Even in her political role, Naidu's poetic essence shone through. She led with empathy, compassion, and a deep understanding of human nature, traits often reflected in her poetry. Her term as governor was not just about political leadership. It was a testament to her multifaceted personality, her ability to balance multiple roles and responsibilities with ease. Governor, poet, activist, Sarojini Naidu wore many hats, each with grace and dignity. Her legacy is not just that of a political leader or a poet, but of a woman who dared to dream, to lead, and to inspire. How did the Nightingale of India's song come to an end? This is a question that brings with it a profound sense of loss, but also an inspiring legacy. Sarojini Naidu, a woman of extraordinary talent and resilience, breathed her last on March 2, 1949, while serving as the governor of Uttar Pradesh. It was a post she held with distinction, a symbol of her lifelong commitment to the cause of India and her people. Her death was not just the end of a life, it was the silencing of a voice that had sung of freedom, equality, and love for one's country. The nation plunged into mourning. The loss of such a monumental figure was deeply felt. Yet, even in death, Naidu's influence remained undimmed. Her words continued to echo in the hearts of millions, a testament to her enduring impact. In the wake of her death, Naidu was honored in myriad ways. Streets were named after her, statues were erected in her memory, and her poems continued to be recited in schools across the country. Her life and work became a beacon of inspiration for future generations of Indians, particularly women. Perhaps the most significant of these honors is the institution of the Sarojini Naidu National Award for Women. This prestigious award, instituted in her name, recognizes women who have made exceptional contributions in the fields of art, culture, and social service. It is a fitting tribute to a woman who dedicated her life to these very causes. Naidu's legacy is not just in the words she wrote or the speeches she made, it is in the lives she touched, the minds she inspired, and the barriers she broke. Her story serves as a reminder of the power of the human spirit and the change that one person can bring about. Sarojini Naidu's song may have ended, but her legacy continues to inspire millions. Her life is a testament to the power of the human spirit, the beauty of poetry, and the enduring strength of a woman who dared to dream. What can we learn from Sarojini Naidu's life and work today? Let's delve into the myriad facets of this incredible woman who was a poet and a politician and a beacon of women's empowerment. Her life was a symphony of words and actions resonating with the spirit of freedom and equality, and it still echoes today. Sarojini Naidu was a true Renaissance woman. As a poet, she breathed life into verses, infusing them with the vibrancy of India's landscapes, the rich tapestry of its cultures, and the soulful rhythm of its people's lives. Her poetry, steeped in patriotism and love for her motherland, became a rallying cry for India's freedom struggle. Her political journey, however, was just as phenomenal. Naidu was a pivotal figure in India's fight for independence. Her fiery speeches and unyielding determination became a beacon for her compatriots. She was not just a poet or just a politician, she was a poet-politician, a rare combination that made her a force to reckon with. Naidu was a trailblazer in the truest sense. At a time when women were largely confined to the domestic sphere, she stepped out, defying societal norms. She became the first woman to hold the office of the President of the Indian National Congress, and later, the first woman to be appointed as the governor of an Indian state. Her life is a testament to the fact that women can, and should, have a voice in shaping the destiny of their nation. Her lasting impact on Indian literature and politics is undeniable. Naidu's poems continue to inspire, and her political legacy continues to guide. She was a symbol of strength, resilience, and above all, a relentless pursuit of justice. Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India, continues to sing in the heart of every Indian, inspiring generations to strive for freedom, equality, and justice.